Hello, today we're going to be talking about the Marvelous CRM. All right, so when we first log into the system, the first thing we're going to be seeing is the ecosystem, which is going to be all your contacts. Under here, you're going to be seeing each of your contacts' name, their phone number, email, and their creation date. This dashboard, this contacts dashboard is fully customizable. Under the columns here, we can customize for your preference. Let's just say if you want to see your additional emails, you can simply check mark them. And you're gonna be, as you can see, we just create another column. Of course, they need to have that information first. After that, it's gonna be showing under your dashboard. And the same format can go with any of the information that you'll be seeing under here. Also, under the contacts, we also have an option to upload the contacts in bulk. And there's no limit to this. We can import unlimited bulk contacts inside the system, right? This can be 500, 5,000, 10,000, right? There is no limit to it. As long as the file is a .csv file, you can import as many connects as you want. In order to do this, as you can see, we have several steps. The first step is going to be the contacts. We're going to be choosing the contacts because we're going to be importing the contacts. Next is going to be the .csv file, right? You're going to be dropping our file. Then you're going to have three options here. You can either create the contacts, you can create and also update the contacts, or you can also just update the existing contacts that you already have in the system. But if you're doing this the first time, of course, you're going to be going with the first option, which is the creating the contacts. Then you're going to be clicking on next. And after that, the third option is going to be mapping. The mapping is the system is going to check if you did the mapping correct. Let's just say in your file, you put the first column, right, like your first name, and the second column, last name, third column, email, and so forth, right? The system is checking in this step is like if you did that right or wrong. If you did it right, it's going to be going to the fourth step, which is verify. And if you did it wrong, the system is going to tell you, hey, you did this second column wrong, right? It should be last name instead of phone number, for example. And you're going to be fixing that. And once it's fixed, you're going to have to re-upload your file again, then do the same step one more time. And again, once you hit next, it's going to be the third, which is mapping. Then if everything looks good to go, you're going to be going the fourth, which is last is verify. And after that, you're going to click on submit. And once you submit, all your contacts is going to be under this format is going to come up at this format. Okay. Now let's move on to the chat, which under here, you're going to be seeing all your conversations with all of your contacts. As you can see on the left side, we can see each contact name. In the middle, we can see each contact's, like this specific contact's conversation history. Okay. And below that, we can also email them. We can also text them as well. We have those options. And whatever you email them, text them, you're going to be seeing a little history with the specific contact under here in the middle section. And on the right side, we have the contact's information, right, such as their email and phone number. And on the very right side, we have quick links, right? This can be the first thing, which is the contacts that we already have, which is the contact information. And if you click on appointment, you also have an option to make an appointment through here as well, right? You don't have to go to the calendars. You can, but we also have a second option while emailing them, right? That just you're emailing them here, you're talking with them, and you don't want to go all the way to the calendars, you can simply click on book an appointment here, and you can make your appointment for this contact under here as well as your second choice. You can also create opportunities for this specific contact. You can create custom tasks for this contact as well. You're gonna have to put the title, of course, description, and you also have option to assign to a specific like coworker and so forth. You have that option to assign to someone for this task. And lastly, you can also create custom notes too as your option. All right, now let's move on to the time management, which is gonna be your calendars, right? On the right side, as you can see, this is our monthly. You also have a weekly and daily view. And below that, we also have a mini calendar for ease of access. And below that, we have two tabs. The first one is the users, and the second one on calendars. So under the system, you can create unlimited calendars, right? There's no limit to creation of the calendars. These calendars can be for marketing team, like sales team. You can literally categorize them by department, right? If you wanted to, of course. And once you make the specific calendar, for example, we have that test calendar here and it's checked, right? Once you selected that, then you're going to be going to users and you're going to be doing the same thing for users. Or you're going to be adding all the users. Then Again, with no limits, you can create as many users as you want. Once you create the users, you're gonna be selecting the contacts that you want to be seeing for the task calendar that we just checked. So you basically working with permission based, right? So you're basically giving permissions to have users that want you to see that specific calendar. If you wanna make a brand new appointment, you can click plus new from the top right, and that way you can make your appointment through here, right? The first thing you're gonna be doing is which calendar that you want to be making an appointment on, an appointment title, of course. Also, you have an option to select a team member as well for this appointment. You can put yourself or you can put your coworker and so forth. And lastly, you're going to be choosing the date and time, and you're going to be choosing your contacts, right? That's for that appointment. And once it's done, you're going to click on book an appointment. And after that, you'll see that updated appointment on your calendar. Lastly, before me moving on, is our calendar is two-way integrated. You can integrate with Outlook and Gmail, and once the integration is completed, all your, let's just say, your work Gmail appointments will show up inside our system, and vice versa. Whatever you make an appointment inside the system, it will also show on your Gmail uh, as well, on your work Gmail as well, right? So it's two-way integrated. All right, now let's moving on to the projections, which is gonna be your opportunities and pipelines, right? Under here, the first step is gonna be doing is creating the pipelines. As you can see, we already have existing ones, but if you want to create a brand new pipeline, we can select create new pipeline. Under here, you're gonna put in your pipeline name and the stages, right? You can also add multiple stages. There's no limit to it, and this arrows will help you order each stage as well. Like we can go up and down of the stages too. Once it's done, you can click on save and it will appear here. Then your second step is gonna be going back to projections, and then you're gonna be choosing which pipeline that you're gonna be working on. For this case scenario, we choose a potential client pipeline, and I can see each of my stages for the specific pipeline. The first column is the new lead, hot lead, consolidation, and it goes, as you can see, with the timeline, right? Let's just say I am my opportunity here, right? Everything in the projection dashboard that we are in right now works with drag and dropping. There's no clicking, right? I can simply drag this and drop it. For example, I talked with this client, right, from new lead. I talked with them, and everything is going good. So I'm going to be putting in the hot lead by dragging and dropping, as you can see right now. Okay, and it's that simple. And if I click on that contact, I can see the opportunity details, such as the contact information, and below that we can see the opportunity details such as their name, under which pipeline. I can see their opportunity value, right? I can add another, like I can add a document and so forth under here, okay? Also on the left side, we also can, book an appointment or update appointment as well. We can create tasks, you can create notes and so forth. I can make all those adjustments inside this one tab. Also, we have these icons as well, like quick search icons here. I can call a specific contact. I can view on my previous conversation with this contact. I can create a tag. I can create like a custom notes, task, and I can also make an appointment through one click, basically. And if I want to add a brand new opportunity from scratch that I want to appear in this specific pipeline, I can simply click on add opportunity from top right, and that way I can add my contacts. After adding the contacts, I can add that contact's opportunity name. I can add that opportunity value under which pipeline, under which stage is going to go under. Okay. All right, now let's move on to the tax and collections, which under here we're going to be talking about invoices, estimates. We can also create documents and contracts under here as well. And we also have a payment integration with several payment providers too. Okay. The first thing is you can see under the invoices and estimates right now. Under here, we can see all our invoices with their invoice name, invoice number, and their customer, issue date, and their total amount, right? But if I want to create a brand new one, we have a couple options. We can either create a new invoice from scratch, we can do a new recurring invoice, or we can import invoices that you already have as an CSV. But let's just say I want to create a new invoice. I can simply click on the new invoice. And as you can see, the page is split into the two, right? The left side is adding information, such as the customer information, adding the product, and add additional options, such as, terms and conditions, you can add an attachment to, and so forth, right? And whatever information that we add on the left side, it will show up on the right side as a preview. Okay, so the first thing gonna be choosing the customer, which let's choose one. As you can see, once I choose the customer, my preview site is updated with the customer name, right? Then I can add my invoice settings, like such as invoice number. I can issue my date and the due date of the invoice too. And the next thing is I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding the product. So in this case, I'm going to go with my good old coffee mug. Okay. Once I added my item, as you can see the preview here as well with the name, the price, and the due amount due. Okay. Also on the left side, I can add a discount and a tax. And the additional options such as the terms and conditions. I can also change late fees. We can include tipping and also add an attachment as well. Okay. But for now, I'm gonna leave it as it is. And as you can see, the final preview of my sample invoice, I can save this, okay? And I can also send this to, once it's finished, to this customer for this specific invoice. Once I send, and when I go back, I'm gonna be seeing my invoice that I just created with the name, the number, the customer, the issue date, amount, and the status is still show draft because we didn't send it out to this customer yet, right? Once it's sent, the status is going to go to from draft to sent. And this is basically how we can create invoices inside our system. Let's move on to the documents and contracts. So under the documents and contracts, we can basically create documents, right? And also contracts. So as you can see, we already have existing ones. But if you want to create a brand new one, we can simply click on plus new. And again, we have three options to choose from, right? We can either create the scratch, the first option, create a new document. You can also upload the existing PDF file that you already have, and you can upload it there and you can make your adjustments inside that PDF. Lastly, you can choose from our template library, which again, I highly suggest you to do that because we have so much template to choose from. But for now, let's go with the new document, creating from scratch. After clicking that, you're gonna be seeing the blank page which we're seeing right now, right? So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be adding information. In order to do that, we work with something called element. On the top left side, we have elements, right? That way I can add information to this document by dragging and dropping. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be dragging my text column, and I'm going to be renaming this to, let's just say, document. Okay. And I'm also going to be adding my product list for this document, and I'm going to be adding an item, and I'm going to go with my coffee mug again. As you can see, when I update it, the price field updated quantity and the amount due. I can also change these quantities as well. Last thing I want for this document is adding my signature. I'm gonna be adding those on the bottom right here, okay? I also want to customize the signature as well, and I'm gonna put my name. As you can see, it's like looks more customized. Let's just say this is my sample document, right? And I'm gonna be saving this from the top right, and I also have option to send it as well. But for now, I'm gonna leave it as it is. And once I go back, I'm gonna be seeing my brand new document that I just created under the documents and contracts dashboard. Under here with the name, status, customer. As you can see, that we modify the value of the document as well. Okay, so it's that simple. Lastly, under the docs and collections, let's talk about our integrations with several payment providers. As you can see, we can integrate with Stripe, PayPal, NMI, and Square. It only takes 3 steps. Basically, you're going to be clicking on connect, and after that, it's going to take you to that specific payment provider's page. And from there, you can put your credentials for that specific payment provider, and you're all good to go after that. Okay, basically, it takes 3 clicks. All right, now let's move into the Marcom, which is going to be our social medias and also going to be our email campaigns. But first, let's talk about social media management part. So under here, we can see all our connected social media accounts, which we connected 3 of them at the moment. As you can see, we have 2 YouTube accounts and 1 LinkedIn. But if you want to connect another social media, we can simply click on the settings icon, and under there, you're going to be seeing all our social media accounts. Here we go. Under here, you can see all your social media accounts. Like let's just say, if you want to connect with Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, or YouTube. Under here, you can see all your connected social media accounts. Once this step is done, we're going to be going back. And under here, you can make your post for each of your social media accounts, right? So let's go back to the social media management part. Here we go. So under here, again, we all can see our existing posts from before. As you can see, I'm going to publish and some draft. But if you want to make a brand new post, you can simply click on plus new post. And under here, you're going to be seeing like, if you want to create a new post, you're going to simply click on there. And under here, you're going to be selecting which account that you want to be posting from, right? You can select both, or you can select all the accounts that you already connected. By the way, you can connect a social media account for like multiple, if you have like let's just say 3 YouTube accounts, right? You can connect them, each 3 of them individually. So there's no limit to it. It's not like one account at a time, okay? So let's just say, I'm gonna click all 3 of them. And under here, what you're gonna be doing is, you're gonna be typing your content, and whatever you type on the left side, it will show up on the right side is a preview. Let's just say like test. So as you can see it on a preview. But let's just say you're stuck on the idea, right? Like you don't know what you're gonna be, you don't know what you're gonna be writing about. That's why we created this AI tool here. You can click on it here, and you can generate the content with an AI. The first step you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be giving AI some content title, like what you're gonna be posting about. For this case, I'm gonna go with marketing. Okay, content title. And the second is going to be to provide a brief content description. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm just going to say marketing again. I'm going to add keywords marketing. And my writing tone is going to be professional. And I want 3 examples, like 3 variations of a marketing content. Okay. I can click on generate. And that what will give me is, it will give me 3 examples of a content under title marketing. As you can see, this is number 1, second example, and the third example. And I'm looking at all of them right now. And I'm going to go with the source one. I'm going to click on copy. Once I copy this, as you can see under here, it copy and paste automatically. And from here, I can make my changes, right? I can edit it. I can add my hashtags and so forth. Once this is done, I can click on continue. And as you can see, copy and paste it into my content box. And I can see it's a preview here. Okay. And I also want to add an image, right? It looks kind of dry right now. So if I want to add image as well, I can choose it from our media library that I already did it before. And let's just go with this image, for example. Okay. And as you can see, it's that simple to work around your social media, right? So what we basically did is writing our content and an image. Now it's time to post. So if you click on post, you have several options to choose from. You can either post in mail, you can schedule the post. You can either send it for approval as well. Let's just say if you want your supervisor to like view it first, you have that option, right? You can send it to them and they can send it back to you, good to go, and you can post it right away. Or you can create a scheduled recurring post, which let's just say if you want to post this every Monday, right? You can do them by here and it will do automatically for you. You only need to set up that post at least 1 time and you're good to go. Okay. If you click on post now, as you can see, you're gonna be clicking on post and it's that simple and it will post on your account. Okay. Now let's go back. And the next thing we're gonna be talking about is the email campaigns. Under the email campaigns, as you can see, we already have existing email campaigns, but if you want to create a brand new one, you can do that as well by clicking on new, and you have a couple options to choose from. You can either create from blank, which is from scratch. You can create from one of our templates, or your personal template as well. But I highly suggest choosing from the templates because we have so much to choose from, and you can go through them one by one, basically, right? As you can see right here. And you can categorize them by browse and so forth. There's so much option to choose from here. Or you can simply click on from scratch. If you click on blank, you have a couple options to choose from: design, code, or plain. But I always suggest go with design because it makes it so much easier to design your email campaigns from scratch. Once you click on that, this is going to be the editing page that you're going to be working on. Under here, you can basically make your edits. Let's do a sample one. I don't like this part, so I'm going to be deleting this, and I'm also going to add a new element. Let's go with, again, image. Okay. And I want to add a button for this campaign. I'm going to change this button, right? So I'm going to customize this, just say, click here, for example. Let's make it simple. Okay. And let's just say this is my preview example sample email campaign, right? First, I'm gonna be saving this. Then I'm gonna be send and schedule. Hit that on. After that, we're gonna be seeing a couple options. We can either send it now, schedule it, or batch schedule it. So under the send now, we're gonna be basically putting your email, your sender name, subject line of the email campaign, and we're gonna be choosing our recipes here, right? If you choose all contacts, we'll choose all the contacts inside your account, or you have a chance to do one by one, right? If you want to do one by one like this, you have that option as well. Under that, we also have settings. I highly suggest you enable this first settings because if you enable this, it will give you a statistic of your email campaigns. Of course, the more you're going to be sending, the more information that you're going to be getting. Under this setting, if it is enabled, you'll be getting information such as like how many of them are sent, how many of them are delivered, how many of them are got spam, how many of them got complaints, and so forth, right? You're going to be getting all those information if you enable the setting. One more thing in here, I also highly suggest you to enable the recent email to unopened setting. Under here, you can basically, let's just say one of your recipients didn't open, or like all of them didn't open, right? What will this, if you enable this, what will this do is it will wait a day, right? After that, it will send the email campaign for you, resend it again, right? Until they open it, right? Uh, that's why this is a really helpful tool to enable it. And on the right side, this is the preview of our email campaign. Once this is done, you can simply click on review and send from the top right, and that's it, right? You're good to go. And it's that that's the whole flow basically. Our next option is scheduling the what you might call your email campaign. So the only difference here is like we're gonna be scheduling, which is we're gonna be putting the date and the time, which we're gonna be sending those, and the rest is the same, right? You're gonna put in your email again, your line, and all the recipients, and with the settings. And if your preview looks good to go, you can simply click on schedule and you're good to go. And the last thing under here is the batch scheduling. So batch scheduling. So let's talk about why we use batch scheduling in the first place, right? So we use batch scheduling because let's just say you're going to be sending 1,000 email in a week, but you don't want to send it in a day because if you, I mean, technically you can do that, but if you do that, your email campaign is going to be most likely going to be end up in their spam, not their inbox. So that's why batch scheduling works with the drip sequence. So let's just say every day you're going to be sending 100 email instead of 1,000 email till that 1,000 email is completed. Okay, so this is why we use a batch scheduling. The only difference with the batch scheduling versus others is we're going to be, again, putting the start on date and time, and then we're going to be choosing the batch quantity. In this case, it's going to be 100 a day. So here we go. Okay, and we're going to be sending the days that we're going to be sending on, and we're also going to specify the start time and end time, and that's it. Okay, you can also and the rest is the same, right? Send an email, send the name, subject line. I'm choosing your spins again. If you can enable or disable the settings of your preference, and if the campaign preview looks good to go, you're all set, right? You're gonna be simply clicking review on schedule, and you're good to go. And this is basically how we work around the email campaigns in bulk inside our system with no limit of sending it. All right. Once you, let's just say you've been sending a lot of emails, campaigns, and you want to see the statistics. So we have the statistics tab here. Under here, you can basically see all your emails, like delivered emails, open emails, click emails, right? How many of them are bounced, how many of them got spam complaints. You're going to be seeing all this information under here, basically. Before we move on from the Marcom tab, let's go back to social media management. By the way, social media management works the same way with the statistics. If you want to, let's just say, if you want to see all your statistics for all your social media accounts, you can see them under here, right? You can see all your social post performance, right? Number of posts for each account, all your engagement scores, impressions, all your post rates. You're going to be seeing all your details under here as well. So it's really good to track in the long run. All right, now let's move on to the automate marketing. Under the automate marketing, we can simply create workflows, right? These workflows can be simple or complex per your needs. We have two choices of creating a workflow. You can either create from scratch, or you can choose from a recipe, which is a template, several templates that we already have inside the system pre-ready for you to use, okay? Or you can either choose one of those templates. You can work inside of those as well. You can make your own customizations of your choice. As you can see, we have several to choose from, but if you don't like any of them, you can simply click go back, and you can always start from scratch, from your own workflow. Let's click on, let's go with a specific flow. I'm gonna go with this one that we already been using for a while, and let me explain to you how this workflow works. But before that, let me explain to you what these rectangles are. So these rectangles are, we call them triggers. So you need to trigger something in order the workflow to be starts, right? So that's why we created this trigger box. When you click on it, as you can see on the right side, we have several workflow triggers to choose from. This can be a contact, events, opportunities, affiliates. Of course, we have something to choose from, right? Let's just say I want to contact created, and I say this trigger. Okay. Once I said, as you can see, now this specific workflow is going to be worked with. Whenever I create a new contact, it's going to be triggered, which is going to be start working. And after our next step is going to be the what's going to be happening after triggering, right? We need to put some kind of action step. So that's why we created this small plus button. When you click on this, you're going to be seeing all your action steps, basically. Again, it's a similar concept. This can be a contact, communication, internal. So, you can make all your adjustments here. So in this case, we did what you might call SMS action and email action. So what's going to happen is when you create a new contact, it's going to send an SMS and an email for that specific contact that you've been created. You can also customize your email in here, what you're going to be saying inside those emails, and same with the text message. Then we put condition. So this condition we put 3, right? If yes, no, and none. So the yes is if the that contact be open your email and SMS, it will send them all. If they didn't open your like email and text message, it will wait a day. This is another condition. Then it will send the same things again, right, till they open it. And our third option, which is none, if neither of these two conditions are met, it will be none, it will not send anything to that contact anymore. Okay. And this is basically how we work with workflows inside our system. Next thing is going to be the online stores on websites. So under here, we can simply create our landing page. We can create websites. We can create online stores. We can also create online webinar management sites. We can create forms and surveys. Okay. As you can see, if you want to create a landing page, you can click on that blue button. Under here, you have a couple options to choose from. You can create from blank or from template, or even with AI. But again, I highly suggest you to go with templates because we have so much templates to choose from, as you can see right here. And if you click on load more, as you can see, so many categories to choose from and with types as well. And if you like one of them, for example, the SaaS sales, right? Click that eye icon. And what that will give you is it will give you the description, like the preview of your campaign, right? If you really like this, you can forward this, and if you click on continue, that will take you to another page, and you can make your adjustments, make your edits, right? Yeah, and whichever landing page of your choice, it will also show up under your dashboard. And same format goes on every other tab here, right? Like you can go on the new website, you can choose from a template, you can choose a template, and you can start working on it. I'm gonna go with what you call this business courses website, for example. When I click on that, it's going to show me all the pages for that website. The home page, about page, courses page, trainings page, like privacy policy and so forth. You're going to be seeing all your details. And if I want to make an edit, I can simply click on edit a new tab, and that will give me another tab to work on. And under here, I can basically work on my website. Okay. So under here, I can pretty much change everything in here, right? So again, we're going to be going with elements from the top left. And under here, we can everything drag and dropping. So if I want to add another headline column, I can drag and drop. Or if I want to add a button, I can drag and drop, right? As you can see, right? It's that simple. Once you drag and drop it, you can make your own customizations inside that element, right? You can add a section, you can add the rows, you can add global sections. You can also use our previous sections as well. So under here, we created a templates like section by section, right? This can be about section, right? Call to action, FAQs, under here, you can see all the adjustments. For about section, for example, I want to add this looks good to me, and I want to add this to my website. So I can click and drag and drop. And when I drop this, as you can see, here we go, right? I just add a about section on my website. And now I can make my own adjustments here. Okay, and it's that simple. Once we're done, we can click on save here. and you can publish it. But before we publish it to online, the system will give you, in the middle here, the system will give you a generated custom URL link, right? This is a custom system generated link, but you have an option to connect one of your custom domain as well, okay? In order to do that, you're gonna click on connect domain. And this is gonna be under here, you need to add your domain first to the system, which is easy to do. Once we set that up, you're gonna be choosing your domain under here. And then once you choose your domain, you can click on save. And after clicking on save, that generally URL will change to your custom domain URL, okay? And once this is done, you can click on publish and you're good to go. That your website will be online under your custom domain, okay? And it's that simple. All of our tabs here, like online stores, like analytics, like forms, surveys, they all work with the same formats. You can either create from scratch or you can create one of our templates. Okay. Next, let's move on to the biz review, which is going to be all your business reviews, such as like you're going to be seeing all your average ratings from your social media, all your inbox call, all your review received from your social media accounts. You're going to be seeing all of the overview of under here. Next, we have the elements and portals. Under here, we can create a client portal for your users, right? So the system will generate a client portal URL for you. So you can give this URL to your customers, right? Your clients. Once they in, they can click on this, and what they're gonna be doing is they're gonna have their own private client portal. This is gonna be the dashboard of that portal, right? Under here, they can see. This is let's think about, yeah. You can use this portal such as like if you want to have a more import, like let's just say your imported documents, imported contracts can be under here. If they don't want to put it inside the system, they can put all your imported invoices, imported contracts under here. Okay, they can use that for this portal for that reason, and yeah, it's something good to have for your clients. Now let's go back. And the next is going to be the file storage, which is going to be your media management, right? Under here, you can upload unlimited image and videos. This can be your documents, right? Images, videos, and so forth. You can upload them under the file storage of the system, right? There is no limit to it. You can connect upload unlimited image, videos, and documents of your choice. You can also create custom folders as well, right? Ones to make them look more organized and so forth. You have that option. We also have the management reports. Under the reports, you can create custom reports. We also created custom, such as a Google Ad report, for example. This is sample data, but this is going to be how it looks basically. So under here, you can see all your Google reports, impressions, clicks. You can also see all your campaigns for under your Google account with their studies, clicks, costs, and their revenue. And the same thing goes with the Facebook, right? This is the same concept. But if you want to make a custom report, you can come to custom reports tab. As you can see, all the existing ones. And if you click on new report, this is going to be the page that we're going to be coming on. And you're going to be hitting create a blank report. And under here, we're going to be creating our custom report, basically. The first page is going to be the whatchamacallit, your report date, right? It's going to be month to month, basically. And you can change that to your preference. It can be a weekly, daily, every 2 weeks, every other day, and so forth. Right? You can make those adjustments. The second page is going to be adding all our information. So again, we're going to be going on the left, and for the reports, we work with something called widgets. So under those widgets, as you can see, there are several main widgets, and if you open one of them, you can see all our sub widgets as well. For example, under the contacts, you can see the contacts count, for example, contacts by source. So let's just say under this report is going to be on for my contacts. So if I want to see all my contacts list, so I can save this. I can see all my contacts count inside my account. If you click on that, I can see more details, such as their name, their source, their creation date, and their contact information, such as their email and phone number. I have all those information. Once this is set, I can make this smaller, bigger, and I can make all those adjustments. Also, if you don't like how this looks, I can change how it looks as well. So I want a donut chart. So I can example, or I can want a line or a bar chart. So I can simply change how my report looks, basically. So once this is done, I can save this. And I can also send it or schedule it to. But if I go back to my custom report dashboard, this is the brand new report that I created. I can see it under this dashboard, right? All right, now let's move on to the KPIs, which is gonna be our key performance indicators. Under here, you can see, all your appointment counts, contact counts, opportunity value, files, and so forth, right? So this dashboard is fully customizable, right? This is just an example, but you can customize it to your preference, basically. Also, we also have an option to add multiple layers of dashboard as well. Again, as we can see here, we can create a dashboard for sales team or like for a marketing team, right? You can create unlimited dashboards layers, and you can switch between them easily. Let's go back to like sales. As we can see under this is what you might call the the blank dashboard. So I can under here can simply click add widget manually, and under here I can add my widgets. Like this can be a contact, like basically whatever the information that I want to see, the importance that I want to see, right, under my KPIs. Can be appointments, opportunities, like open opportunities, for example, I can click on save, as you can see, here we go, right? Again, I can make this bigger, smaller, and so forth. So I can make all those adjustments. Once it's done, I can click on save change, and now I just save it to my sales dashboard. But if I want to go back to default dashboard, I can simply click on the default one, and that will take me back to my default dashboard, which I'm in currently. All right, so this sums up the whole overview of the Marvelous CRM software. Thank you for listening.